Welcome to the Everything Podcast. I am your host, and in today's episode, we are going to be covering the Super Mario Galaxy movie. So, as you guys know, I actually did the teaser a couple of weeks ago, and now they have dropped a full trailer, which I thought might be interesting for all of you people out there. So, as usual, what we'll do is give you some info regarding the movie. I'll give you some suggestions as far as what the actors have done before. If there's any movies I think might be interesting to you, I'll definitely let you know. And we'll watch the trailer and then I will give you my thoughts. So without any further ado, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is an upcoming American animated adventure comedy film based on the 2007 video game Super Mario Galaxy and Nintendo's broader Mario franchise. The sequel to the Super Mario Bros., which came out in 2023, it is being directed by Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic and written by Matthew Fogel. So, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa stated in May 2021 that Nintendo was interested in producing more animated films based on its properties if its then untitled Mario film was successful. Illumination CEO and producer Chris Meledandri was asked about the possibility of a sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie before the film's release in April 2023. Following the box office success of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, a new animation Mario film was announced to be in development with Illumination in March 2024, with Horvath and Jelenic returning as directors and Fogel as screenwriter. So they're saying if it was successful, then they'll make a sequel. So I just wanted to show you some numbers. Yes, it was 100% successful. 574 domestic box office, international 784 million, which was 1.359 billion. So yes, it was successful. And I found the home market performance quite interesting because they were saying 9 million and 19 million. So for DVD and Blu-ray sales. I actually didn't even know that was still a thing. I honestly didn't. So 28 million in sales still on that, which is absolutely nuts. So yeah. But the basic premise is Mario and his brother Luigi join Princess Peach and Toad on an adventure to the far reaches of space and across the galaxy where they face off against Bowser's son, Bowser Jr. So that's the basic premise of that. As far as the cast is concerned, we have Chris Pratt reprising his role as Mario, the Italian plumber from Brooklyn. So Chris Pratt, as we've discussed before, has been in massive franchises. He's actually grossed in his movies 14.1 billion worldwide. I can guarantee a lot of that comes from the MCU, as well as Jurassic World. So, and then Lego Movie. So he's picked quite a few really big franchises to be a part of. So yeah, Lego, Super Mario Brothers, MCU, Jurassic World. So it's no wonder he's done, or his movies that he's been in have grossed 14.1 billion. Then we have Anya Taylor-Joy, and I've actually watched her recently in a movie called Split and also Glass. So if you haven't seen those two, the first one of that trilogy was Unbreakable, but that was done long ago, like 2000. And Glass and Split were 2016 and 2019. So yeah, that's definitely something I'd suggest watching as far as, And then Furiosa, Mad Max, which was actually not too bad. So definitely go check that out. But she's going to be playing Princess Peach, of course. And then we have Charlie Day. He's Luigi. Charlie Day has been in Horrible Bosses. That's where I know him from mostly. So if you haven't seen those, I definitely check it out. It's a nice, fun watch. Then we have Jack Black. I've gone through his movies a ton of times, but a lot of his older stuff like Shallow Hell was really cool. So, and then our Enemy of the State is something that I didn't actually really notice him in, but he's in that too. He obviously plays Bowser. And then we have Keegan-Michael Key, and he is going to be playing Toad, who is as they describe here, anthropomorphic. I'll say that 10 times fast. Mushroom from the Mushroom Kingdom. Yeah, Keegan-Michael Key's been in a bunch of stuff, which I've discussed as well. But yeah, I would say also Horrible Bosses. He's been in that, so if you haven't seen that movie, definitely check it out. Brie Larson, obviously known mostly for Captain Marvel in the MCU, but my suggestions of hers would be Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That came out about 15, 16 years ago, somewhere around there, and 21 Jump Street. So yeah, if you haven't seen those, I definitely give them a try, especially 21 Jump Street. I enjoyed that quite a lot. But she's playing Rosalina. It says you're a powerful princess from space and the adopted mother of the Lumas. So there you go. And then we have Kevin Michael Richardson as Carmack. That's Maggie Cooper serving as Bowser's advisor and informant. Yeah, but he's been in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2012 series. So a lot of like voiceover stuff. Joker and Batman. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. That's a title. Yeah, Shredder. That's who he did the voice of in TMNT. F is for Family. So I didn't know that he was actually in F is for Family. I just saw that now. But that's a series that I kind of wished was better. I mean, you have like a really good writer, actors and stuff like that. F is for Family started off really, strong-ish, but it never really caught me. It's like I'm more of a Family Guy, American Dad. That's my wheelhouse for sure. South Park, of course, been around forever and super awesome. And then last on this list is Benny Safdie as Bowser Jr. So, he hasn't been in too much stuff. Oppenheimer is probably the biggest one, and Happy Gilmore 2 that I know of. The other ones, Licorice Pizza and Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I'm honest, I have never even heard of those. But, Oppenheimer, Ben's nemesis. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that Oppenheimer was not his favorite. But Happy Gilmore 2 is good, surprisingly good, actually. I was really surprised by that because, when they redo something that is that old, like, for example, Naked Gun, it can somehow miss that original magic, or what made it, as good as it did in the original one. So, yeah. But, that's basically that as far as the premise and the actors and stuff. This is actually, which I didn't speak about last time. So it says here, the Super Mario Galaxy movie is scheduled to be theatrically released in the United States on April 3rd, 2026. So, not too long away, about 5 or so months, just under 5 months away. So there you have it. But without any further ado, let's check out the trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Big guy! Oh. You wanted to see us?
Don't move, I'll be right up. Sipping the soup, cleaning the paint, boodle-little, boodle-little, and also trim the bonsai bush. Here we go. Hey, Luigi! What's up, Mario? Behold! I made a masterpiece for Princess Peach. What do you think?
Love the colors.
It's trash.
How dare you look at my masterpiece and say that?
I'll burn the skin off your bones!
Wow. Sorry about that. That's the old Bowser talking. Still working through my demons, I suppose. Anyway, I need my 8 hours or else I really turn into a monster.
Bowser Jr., and I'm gonna be taking my father now!
Princess Rosalina, you're coming with me!
And that was the trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Yeah, there's a lot, but there's not much, if that makes sense. I'll explain myself in a sec. So there's not really too much to talk about. A lot of the first part of the trailer is Bowser doing art. And he's drawing like a super creepy Super Mario. Yeah, his voice is hilarious. You know, the way they sort of pitch up his voice or whatever the case is. You can hear it's Jack Black if you know him quite well. But it definitely sounds quite weird, yeah. And his castle's pretty dope. I mean, as far as being locked away and all that kind of fun stuff, I mean, you know, there's worse places to be locked away. And, you know, Harry Potter fans, Azkaban, you know, not super comfy, but his lockup place doesn't seem half bad. So he's living it up in his little world. So, yeah. But yeah, then you see him kind of being spoken to by Luigi and Mario. He goes up to the top of his tower. And it seems like he's trying to get his life straight, you know, with the comments that are being made. You know, that's the old Bowser. Whatever that means. You know, he obviously still has those demons busy, you know, flying around inside his brain. But yeah, it does seem that he likes Luigi. And he really doesn't like Mario at all. That's the impression that you get from the intro of the trailer. So he shows him, or shows them this portrait that he's done of him and Princess Peach, where he's all buff and his hair's waving in the wind or whatever the case is. And Mario's like, oh, that sucks. And then he gets angry, and that's where you kind of see saying, oh no, it's the old Bowser. I'm trying to, you know, get my life straight or whatever. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. I don't, you know, maybe he is. I think, you know, that little house of his is maybe where he has time to think and to walk around and, you know, delve into his thoughts or whatever the case is. So, yeah. But, yeah, then you kind of see Princess Peach going to... I don't know if that's where the crux of this is going to take place, but I really like the old... you know, there was the Mario... in the original game where you were under... Obviously, this is based on the old games, new games, you know, like they're going to tie in a whole bunch of stuff with this. But I like the underwater scene where it went... If you played the old game, you understand the melody. But yeah, so it's nice that you get like a sneak peek of that. You know, and there's obviously newer stuff of some of the games that I actually haven't even played. So that's a lot of the people will appreciate that. Then you get a look at Bowser Jr. with his, I don't know, Venom suit, I guess. I don't know what that stuff is that's on him, to be honest. Probably the people who've played this game will probably fight with me and go, no, you should know what this is. I don't, it's a Venom suit. But anyway, then you get, you know, Rosalina, I think that's how you say her name, you know, squaring off with a monster robot. Yeah, and then she's got a wand and does all these cool tricks and, you know, kind of makes that robot look like chump change. So, and that's how the trailer ends. So that's why I said it's a lot going on in small increments. It's not this heavy laden stuff, which is maybe a good thing. You know, I've heard a lot of the guys that I watch talk about, you know, showing too much in trailers these days, you know, giving away a story. I think if you look at maybe Avengers Endgame and Infinity War, the trailers really drew you in, but they gave away nothing. You had no idea what that movie was going to be about when you walked in, unless your friend spoiled you and you watched it, which kind of sucks, because those movies were really surprising, especially Infinity War. Endgame was good, obviously, but I think Infinity War, as far as the Avengers movies, the first one and then Infinity War were my favorites specifically. Then Endgame. Lastly, I would say Avengers 2. So that's what's Age of Ultron. So yeah, I think that's the weakest of the bunch. But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the Super Mario Galaxy movie. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. That would be great. And if you liked today's show as well, please do show us some love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. But that is it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast. And we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.